Come on in. Pull up a chair. Nice to see you all again. Why you make yourself comfortable?
My dad first met Will when he was pumping gas in Honolulu at his gas station. Will pulled up and said, "Give me the most expensive gas you've got." With a smile on his face and a wad of cash in his pocket, that was the time my dad knew he was a people person and he wanted to be one of his people. Some people go through life identifying with the folk heroes of the past. Willis David Hoover is one of those folk heroes. Songwriter, singer, guitar player, reporter, and storyteller, Hoover has the warm, endearing charisma that makes you tell him your deepest, darkest secrets while revealing very little of himself past the lost outlaw persona that he revels in. In fact, growing up in Iowa, Hoover more nearly lived the life that Bob Dylan only created for himself after the fact. Not to say that either is more folk or country than the other, but both yearned for success and fame and a simultaneous anonymity. Fortunately, Hoover succeeded at the latter. I want you to meet my dad's folk hero, Willis David Hoover.
I got this graveyard woman, keeps my kid, get in trouble for money, keeps me hid, she's a junkyard angel, always gives me bread. You know if I fall down dying low, she's bound to put a blanket on my bed. Kevin. She don't scream at me, she don't talk too much. Walks like Bo did that, don't need a crutch. She keeps a 410 loaded with lead. You know if I fall down dying low, she's bound to put a blanket on my bed. So thank you. I would like to thank Tim for whatever he said. I don't know what he said, but I heard I laughed. I think. And I'd like to thank HPR for allowing us to come here tonight. And I would like also to thank Ricky Watts, who was the instigator of this entire thing. It wasn't a happening. First, I'm going to play a song that predates the whole outlaw thing by a number of years. This is a song that was written by the late great Baker Knight. It was written in the 50s. And the only link that I can think of that this has really to the outlaw movement is that I like it. I'm gonna sing it. Which is one of the hallmarks of the outlaws. This is called Lonesome Town. There's a place where lovers go to cry their troubles away, and they call it Lonesome Town, where the broken heart stays. You can buy a dream or two to last you all through the years, and the only price you pay is a heart full of tears. Going down to Lonesome Town, where the broken hearts stay. Going down to Lonesome Town to hide my troubles away. In the town of broken dreams, the streets are filled with regrets. But maybe down in Lonesome Town I can learn to forget. Going down to Lonesome Town, where the broken hearts stay. Going down to Lonesome Town to hide my troubles away. In the town of broken dreams, the streets are filled with regrets. Maybe down in Lonesome Town I can learn to forget. Maybe down in Lonesome Town I can learn to forget. Before World War II, there wasn't any such thing as country music. A lot of people don't know that. There was hillbilly music. That's what they call it, hillbilly music. The leaders of the Pack Road were three guys: Waylon, Jennings, Willie Nelson, and Tompall, Glaser. Waylon was succeeding in doing what no one had ever done before, which was to get a contract that said he had complete artistic control. The name of that album was Lonesome, Honoring Me. The second song on that album was one I wrote called Freedom and Static. And we're going to do that for you right now. I want to say this, that a bunch of people have cut this song. Waylon made it famous. He did it twice. Tompall did it. But one of the greatest renditions was Tina Turner. She did a soul version. And most recently, Mark Chestnut cut that. I heard his cut. It just came out in June. Very good. This is how I do it. I tied my bandana, took my pack from the floor. You were still sleeping as I stood at the door. Once more I was headed to God only knows where. That's when it hit me, I was already there. I could have rambled 1,000 miles or more, never found the light I've seen in your eyes before. You gave me the freedom to go my own way, but you gave me much more. You gave me the freedom to stay. So I keep on running just to wish on a star, searching for heaven when I know where you are. And life is just empty when you're walking alone. So wherever we're going, girl, it's great to be home. I could have rambled 1,000 miles or more, never found the light I've seen in your eyes before. You gave me the freedom to go my own way, but you gave me much more. You gave me the freedom to stay. Hey, la la na na na, la na 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 na. La la na na na, la na 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 na. In my opinion, the roots of all this go way back to, or I'd say even the early 60s. I think you can even almost trace it to a song. That there's a guy from Texas named Hugh who's rolled into town, and he fancied himself as a singer, but they knew he could write a song. It wound his way over to Patsy Cline. This song had 7 chords in it. And so she apparently spent an entire day in the studio and couldn't get it. Just gave up on it. The next day, her producer, Harold Bradley, said, let's try it one more time. This time, sing it like Patsy Cline sings it. Don't sing it like the guy who wrote it sings it. And so one take later, history had been made. It made Patsy Cline a superstar. It became the biggest jukebox hit in history, still is the biggest. And it made Hugh Nelson. Launched his mystique. By that time, of course, he was already gone by Willie Nelson. Crazy for feeling so lonely, and I'm crazy for feeling so blue. I knew that you would love me as long as you wanted, and then someday you'd leave me for somebody new. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? What did I do? Crazy for thinking that my love could hold you, And I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, what in the world did I do? What did I do? Crazy, thinking that my love would hold you. And I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. Yes, I'm crazy for trying, crazy for crying, and I'm crazy for loving you. In 1973, a guy named Danny O'Keefe came out with a pop song called "The Time Charlie Got the Blues," and Waylon liked that song. And of course, O'Keefe's song was a top 10 hit on the Billboard charts, and people thought of it as a pop song. But Waylon recorded it on that same Lonesome Honor and Me, and then all of a sudden, a lot of people thought it was a country song. Everybody's gone away. Say they're moving to L.A. There ain't a soul I know around. Everybody's leaving town. Some caught a freight, some caught a plane. Find the sunshine, leave the rain. They say this town will waste your mind. Must be right, it wasted mine. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time, Charlie got the blues. My poor heart keeps telling me you ain't no kid at 63. You play around and lose your wife. Play too long, you lose your life. Got my pills to ease the pain. Can't find a thing to ease the rain. They say this town will waste your mind. Must be right, it wasted mine. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time, Charlie got the blues. Hit it, Kevin. My poor heart keeps telling me you ain't no kid at 63. You play around and lose your wife. Play too long, you lose your life. Got my pills to ease the pain. can't find a thing to ease the rain. Sometimes I'd like to settle down, but everybody's leaving town. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie got the blues. Some gotta win, some gotta lose. Good time Charlie got the blues. Put another log on the fire. It was written by Shel Silverstein. Silverstein was as much he wrote children's books, right? But when I was a child, he drew cartoons for Playboy magazine. That's why I wanted to be. But he also went down to Nashville, and he was a brilliant writer, really. And he wrote A Boy Named Sue, which is what a lot of people are familiar with. You may remember this song. Might let you sing along. Put another log on the fire. Cook me up some bacon and some beans. Go out to the car and change the tire. Wash my socks and sew my old blue jeans. Come on, baby, you can fill my pipe. Then go fetch my slipper. Boil me up another pot of tea. Then put another log on the fire, babe. And then come on, tell me why you leave me. Now don't I let you wash the car on Sunday? Don't I tell you when you're getting fat? Ain't I gonna take you fishing with me Sunday? Well, a man can't love a woman more than that. Ain't I always nice to your kid sister? Don't I take her riding every night? So sit here by my feet, 'cause I like it when you're sweet. And you know it ain't feminine to fight. So put another log on fire. Cook me up some bacon and some beans. Go out to the car and change the tire. Wash my socks and sew my old blue jeans. Come on, baby, you can fill my fire. Then go fetch my slippers. Boil me up another pot of tea. Then put another log on the fire, babe. And then come on, tell me why you're leaving me. All right, now you go on here with another log on the fire. Cook me up some bacon and some beef. You got it. Go out to the car and change the tire. Wash my socks and sew my blue jeans. Come on, baby, you can fill my pipe. Then go fetch my slippers. Pour me up another pot of tea. Then put another log on fire, babe. And then come on, tell me why you're leaving me. It's called a capo. My friend Kinky Friedman, who was one of the outlaws, he always called this thing a tampon. So anyway, Kinky and I wrote this song about Tompall. It's called I'm the Loneliest Man I Ever Met. Last night he had him in his hands, kept him laughing too. Left him there with nothing except the bottle and the bill. Though it was the happy hour, there wasn't any fun, 'cause the party again was just a party of one. The neon lights were dying as he tried to find his feet. He heard a newsboy crying as he stepped out on the street. Extra, extra, mister, read about the latest war. Ah, but who needs burning bridges at 4:15? So he swore into the mirror as he killed his cigarette. I'm the loneliest man I ever met. Saw a tired and weary face reflected on the glass. He dropped another quarter down and watched the pinballs flash. Far away the jukebox played a mournful country song, and his hometown passed before his eyes and melted in the dawn. So he swore into the mirror as he killed his cigarette. I'm the loneliest man, just the loneliest man. I'm the loneliest man I ever met. We left out Streets of Baltimore. Okay, we're going to do Streets of Baltimore. Okay, Streets of Baltimore was written by Tompall. It was also co-written by a guy named Harlan Howard, who was. But this song was recorded by Bobby Baird. It was a hit for him. And Graham Parsons also did it and had a hit with it. But it had this little part that the studio guys didn't particularly like because it kind of sounded like this woman ends up being a prostitute. You can't do that in the studio system. You can drink, you can cry in your beer, there were some certain things you could do, but prostitution was, well, this song doesn't really say she turned into a prostitute. It just kind of implies it. I'll let you decide if you think she did or not. I sold the farm to take my woman where she longed to be. We left our kin and all our friends back there in Tennessee. I bought the one-way ticket she had often begged me for, and they took us to the streets of Baltimore. Her eyes were filled with laughter when she saw those city lights. Said the prettiest place on earth is Baltimore at night. Well, a man feels proud to give his woman what she's longing for, and I kinda liked the streets of Baltimore. I got myself a factory job, I ran an old machine, I bought a little cottage in a neighborhood serene. But every night when I came home with every muscle sore, she would drag me through the streets of Baltimore. Well, I did my best to bring her back to what she used to be, but I soon learned she loved the bright lights more than she loved me. So I'm going back on that same train that brought me here before, while my baby walks the streets of Baltimore. Yeah, my baby walks the streets of Baltimore. Oh, okay, here's another great song that changed music in my opinion. It came out in the folk. It was a folk song. But everybody I knew back then was listening to that thing. Who the hell wrote that thing? Who is Bob Dylan? Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, if you don't know by now. Ain't no use to sit and wonder why, babe, makes no difference anyhow. When the rooster crows at the break of dawn, look out your window and I'll be gone. You're the reason I'm traveling on, so don't think twice, it's alright. Ain't no use you calling out my name, gal, like you never did before. Ain't no use you calling out my name, gal, I can't hear you anymore. Still I wish there was something you would do or say to try and make me change my mind and stay. We never did do much talking anyway, so don't think twice, it's alright. I'm a-walking down a long and lonesome road, gal, where I'm bound I can't tell. Ah, but goodbye is too good a word, gal. I'll just say fare thee well. Now I ain't saying you treated me unkind, you could have done better, baby, but I don't mind. You just sort of wasted my precious time, so don't think twice, it's alright. Don't think twice, it's alright. I was asked to write music for an MGM motion picture called Tick, 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 about a very bigoted Southern community in which a black man had been voted in as sheriff. And through this little episode, they play this. This is one of the songs that I wrote. So this is called All That Keeps You Going. When the princes and the peasants each look back at you the same, when a friend that you had known before can't quite recall your name, when each morning there's a cloudy sky to keep the sun from showing, then you know you are your own. Sometimes it's all that keeps you going. Neath the chimneys and the rooftops of a village safe and sound, no one sees the face nor hears the feet that walk the morning ground. And the stillness of the alleys and the highways keeps a-growing, so you say you are your own, and that alone will keep you going. the dampness of the dawn, now by the road you walk alone. You think on days when you had laughed, or of a love you'd known. But your head is low, avoiding thoughts of times you may be knowing when to say you are your own. Ain't quite enough to keep you going. And so, not to be outdone, I wrote a song. It was recorded by the Kingston Trio. And it's called Riley's Medicine Show. We'll see if we can do it. The moral of this story is never mess with a gypsy banjo player. I remember one time in 1889, I was just a kid a long, long time ago. From the other end of town, we all heard a crazy sound, and we ran down the hill as fast as we could go. There in front of me was the biggest wagon I'd ever seen. On the side it read Riley's Medicine Show. Stretching tall and thin, Riley'd strut and then he'd grin, and his old gypsy wife picked a mean banjo. And he sang, "Life Medicine Man, step right up and see my fancy wagon. Life Medicine Man, 'cause when I'm gone you won't see me again." Well, me and Willie Bruce watched Riley sell his wonder juice, hypnotize the crowd with his silver tongue. His old wife looked away to pretend she didn't see how Riley was making Isaac and Nellie young. They had a plot shift right there. As the afternoon grew slow, the drummer ended up the show. Stepping down, took Nellie by the arm. 'Twas an hour more when Riley walked from Nellie's door, hitched up his rig and drove on out of town, singing, "Life Medicine Man, I hope you all enjoyed my fancy wagon. Life Medicine Man, when I'm gone you won't see me again." Walking home that night, I beheld an awful sight. It was Riley hanging from a hickory tree. Beneath the golden moon, a banjo wailed a tune from that wagon as it rumbled on out of view. And I heard, "Life Medicine Man, I hope you all enjoyed my fancy wagon. Life Medicine Man, now that I'm gone you won't see me again." I'm going to play the last song I ever wrote in Nashville. I wrote this, I think, the night before I left, called "Jesus Died for Two-Timing Lovers, and I'm a No-Count Buckaroo." Okay. I don't know why I'm so happy. When you say I should be blue, Jesus died for two-time lovers. I'm a no-count buckaroo. So I'll be moving along. Tell Waylon and Willis so long, little darling. The good life has been too good for me. Don't shed a tear now that I'm gone. I've enjoyed your fancy party, your manners I appreciate, but I prefer a naked woman, yes I do, and drinking blackjack whiskey straight. So I'll be moving along. Tell Tompall I said so long, little darling. The good life has been too good for me. Don't shed a tear now that I'm gone. Hit it. So I'll be moving along. Tell everyone I said so long, little darling. The good life has been too good for me. Don't shed a tear now that I'm gone. Then he had this other song, though, that he was finished with, and he played it, and I liked it a lot. By Arlo Guthrie, called Ramblin' Road. For you, I'll sing a song of love, a song I think you'll know. For you, I'll sing a melody whispers soft and low, and as I sing this song for you, may it give you peace of mind that I must hit the rambling road and leave all else behind. 'Twas early fall 1 year ago that I met a girl out west. We used to sing in harmony the songs we loved the best. The weeks went by until I left searching for something I had to find. 'Twas then I hit the rambling road, and I left her far behind. But in New York town, we chanced to meet. I held her hand in mine. We walked around the city streets. She told me she was mine. She told me that she loved me so, but that she did not know just why. And would I go the rambling road, leave me far behind? She called me on the telephone. She gave me her address. I walked around old New York town because I could not rest. But when I went to look for her, no such address could I find. I guess she hit the rambling road and left me far behind. So now she's gone, she's far away. She wrote to say farewell, and this song is just a memory that words alone can tell. But still I think I'm proud of her. She too had something she had to find. So good luck along the rambling road and leave all else behind. This is called Jesus Don't Drive No Fastback Ford. And I have to warn you that this song does have a hot lick in it. And we'll try to give you kind of fair warning so you won't be too shocked. Okay. I just want $1 million, a beautiful wife. 'Cause all I'm seeking is the simple life. I've learned my lesson, and I thank you, Lord. Jesus don't drive no fastback Ford. A few thousand acres, and my old steed call my very own, that's all I need. You keep your Learjet and your status ways. I'll humbly fly first class the American way. All right, here comes the hot lick. Get ready.
Pretty good, Will.
All right, do it again. Thank you very much. Here comes the moral of the story. Material blessings is earthly things. I've seen the grief and the sorrow they bring. They leave you empty. Strip out your life. Just give me $1 million and Jimmy Rogers is about as influential as any guy ever was, and in the music business, country or otherwise. And a song he wrote that I always liked was called "Any Old Time." I just received your letter. You're down and out, you say. At first I thought I should tell you. Travel on the other way. But in my memory lingers all you once were to me. So I'm gonna give you one more chance just to prove what you can be. Any old time you wanna come back home, drop me a line, honey. Say no more, you roam. You had your chance to play the game fair, but when you left me, sweetheart, you only left a load of care. Now that you're down, I'm gonna stick by you. If you will only tell me your Roman days are through, you'll find me here like the day you left me alone. Any old time you wanna come back home. Time you wanna come back home, drop me a line, honey. Say no more, you roam. You had your chance, played the game fair, but when you left me, sweetheart, you only left a load of care. But now that you're down, I'm gonna stick by you. If you will only tell me your Roman days are through, you'll find me here like the day you left me alone. Any old time you wanna come back home. I love you, love you, love you.
Come on in, pull up a chair. Nice to see you all again. Why you make yourself comfortable? I'll tell you about my friend. He started